Hey guys, welcome back to the Magic Cinema channel. Today we've got a seriously wild story about a husband and wife who start out wanting to kill each other, but end up having to team up to survive a bunch of dangerous fugitives. Sounds pretty interesting, right? So, before we dive into the plot of the movie Over Your Dead Body, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. Your support really helps this channel keep bringing you more awesome story recaps.
My darling, I love you, and that's why you deserve the...
Done? Okay, let's get into it. The movie starts at a commercial shoot. A director named Dan is directing a romantic scene for a cell phone ad. The shoot is a bit tricky because the client wants the phone the actor is holding to be placed higher in the frame. Even though he's a bit annoyed, Dan eventually gives in and finishes the shoot.
Yeah?
Afterwards, Dan chats with a crew member named Anna. He tells her about his plan to spend the weekend at a cabin with his wife Lisa. He mentions that Lisa wants to go hiking alone in the middle of extreme weather with snow expected, a plan Dan thinks is super dangerous.
Okay.
But underneath his worry, Dan secretly makes a suspicious phone call to set up a secret meeting for the next day in the middle of the afternoon.
Before they leave, Dan stops by to visit his dad, a grumpy retired Marine who never stops complaining about everything, from yogurt to how weak the younger generation is.
I keep telling her it's fine. I just thought it would be nice to...
His dad even curses Dan, saying he needs to experience real war so he can become a real man.
But you're not ready.
That it's good.
You know, we made a man out of me in a furnace of pain and suffering, hardened by...
Dan and Lisa's trip to the cabin begins, but the atmosphere in the car is super awkward and full of digs. Lisa criticizes Dan's stagnant career, which has only been directing cheap commercials for years, while Dan defends himself by saying that job is what paid off their debts.
Saying films aren't art?
Yeah, you directed one 8 years ago, but now you direct
Pop-up ads, which is not exactly what
They eventually agree to just pretend to be happy for the weekend.
Please, Jesus, just...
Yes?
Do you feel any better? I think you're an amazing director. Can you get the groceries, please?
Yeah.
Once they arrive at the cabin, Lisa grabs the key hidden above the door. They go inside and start cleaning up.
You want me to help you?
No, I got it. Motherfucker!
Also checking out the basement, where they find a gun safe belonging to Dan's dad. A small argument breaks out while they're preparing dinner, this time over how Lisa chops garlic, which doesn't follow Dan's recipe instructions.
Yes!
Okay, my God.
Okay, you know what? I'm trying to make it nice. It's bendy.
Darn it to heck!
Okay, off.
Dinner is served. Dan worked hard to prepare a special steak with special pepper he ordered from Ohio.
Red peppercorns from Ohio?
Okay.
Hi.
There's no why.
Unfortunately, Lisa bluntly admits that steak isn't her favorite food. She prefers ceviche, a fresh South American seafood dish.
Ceviche.
Ceviche.
Have we been at a restaurant and you said...
This brings up the name Dario, Lisa's acting classmate from Peru who she's been collaborating on projects with lately, making Jan jealous and suspicious.
Who?
Isn't that guy from Peru?
I don't know. What's...
How's that thing you guys are writing together? Smart to write your own material, I think.
Things get even more tense when they play Scrabble. Dan uses short, obscure words that are technically valid in the game dictionary, frustrating Lisa, who accuses him of just memorizing words he doesn't understand just to win.
That is... Wow!
I mean, what is this?
Eventually, Lisa gets annoyed and goes to bed early.
Is it?
Oh, come on. We used to joke like this a lot. Do this.
It was like, fuck you.
It's risky doing this thing.
The next morning, while Lisa is practicing a theater script, Dan looks busy outside, secretly gathering big rocks into a bag and hiding them in his boat on the lake. He then takes some equipment from his car trunk, rope, duct tape, and a saw, and moves them to the basement. Dan then enters the room looking suspicious, goes to the kitchen, and in a tense state pours chloroform onto a cloth. The tension peaks as Dan prepares to knock Lisa out from behind.
What gives you the right, Dan? Ew.
Suddenly, Lisa spins around and attacks Dan with a stun gun, knocking him unconscious. When Dan comes to, he finds himself tied to a chair and has peed himself. Lisa casually interrogates him about the suspicious stuff she found: heavy-duty cleaning fluid, rope, a saw, and a bag full of rocks hidden in the boat.
Wait, no. This place is falling apart.
And what about the...
Oh, okay. Like adults.
While pointing a shotgun she got from the basement at him, Lisa directly accuses Dan of planning to knock her out, strangle her, and drown her body in the lake weighed down by those rocks.
Is what this guy's...
Cornered, Dan finally confesses and accuses Lisa of cheating on him with Dario to get back at him for feeling insecure because Lisa always belittled him.
Anyway. As I slept.
Instead of being scared, Lisa laughs and boasts that her own plan is way more sophisticated than Dan's amateur murder plot.
I thought marrying baby!
Lisa then explains her own murder scenario. She had previously spread a fake story to Rachel that Dan forced her to go hunting even though she hates guns.
Excited about it. He insists on us doing it. I don't know. And you know how much I hate guns. It's so dangerous. Anyway, Dan helps him out with pain. No idea.
Lisa's plan was to make it look like an accident. She'd trip in the dark woods and accidentally shoot Dan in the head.
I kept telling you hunting. Everything was fine until it started getting...
Dan mocks her plan and teases her acting ability, saying she's too stiff to fool the police.
Your big plan is to just lovely meal.
Oh, okay.
And you wouldn't have felt any that accompanies cerebral hypo.
They even start acting out their scenarios to see who's more convincing.
It was too dangerous. Can you please? I refuse to accept that.
Oh my god, there's so much blood! Walk into the light!
Oh, heaven has another hat. Come down from heaven and save her. Death, her beauty survived.
In the middle of their argument, Lisa gets mad and is about to shoot Dan when she suddenly shouts a secret code repeatedly. Turns out, Henry, a local young guy with a criminal record who they usually hire to tend the garden, appears from behind and immediately knocks Lisa out.
Sorry, that was so...
It's hammer time!
Through a flashback to 5 days earlier, we learn that Dan had previously hired Henry at an amusement park, promising him half of Lisa's life insurance payout, claiming it was worth $100,000.
All right. Now, like, in a decay.
Okay, man, sure.
And
You'd like to have a written...
After Lisa wakes up tied up, Dan starts interrogating her real reason for wanting to kill him.
he does have the balls. He's the one doing the killing.
That's enough. What could you possibly have?
It's eventually revealed that the real reason they both wanted the insurance money.
You didn't even give me a tiny role in your movie. You lost the car. You lost the...
Lisa accidentally blurts out the true value of the policy, but Dan quickly covers her head with a plastic bag.
You You shut up and you shut your mouth. You shut up, you shut your mouth. Okay. Okay, boy. It'll be over soon.
Talk.
Henry,
However, Henry pressures him to let Lisa speak. Lisa immediately reveals to Henry that the policy is actually worth $1 million, not the $100,000 Dan
Shoot him
told
in the
him.
fucking face!
Realizing he was tricked, Henry goes ballistic. Lisa uses this chance to offer Henry $500,000 if he shoots Dan, triggering a chaotic bidding war between the three of them. An enraged Henry points his gun at them, but Dan tries to wrestle the shotgun. In the struggle, the shotgun goes off and shoots Henry dead.
what did I do?
Dan and Lisa then end up in a brutal, bloody physical fight in the house, where Lisa stabs Dan in the leg while Dan tries to shoot his wife.
Get my fucking foot! Fuck!
The last shot fires into the ceiling, and surprisingly, they hear screams of pain from the roof. Shortly after, 3 people fall through the roof, knocking Dan and Lisa unconscious. We then see a flashback to 3 days earlier. Apparently, their cabin had been broken into by 3 fugitives. Pitt and Todd, 2 escaped convicts, and Allegra, a corrupt prison guard who helped them escape because she fell in love with Pitt. Looking for a temporary hideout, these 3 got hold of a key and entered the cabin.
Welcome door.
When Dan and Lisa arrived, they were forced to hide on the roof for days after Todd took their food supply upstairs.
We lay low. Your sweater, your heart, me. It's her favorite movie. Shh, hey.
Eventually, Dan's shotgun accidentally wounds Pitt.
In the city.
Ow.
Oh, shit.
The couple ends up tied up again on the ground floor, while the fugitives casually eat the leftover steak from their dinner. When Pitt demands a large sum of cash,
This is, it's very good, this pepper.
I'm sorry,
Dan and Lisa just end up arguing in front of their captors, blaming each other for their financial problems, only having a few dozen dollars in their wallets.
There's just nothing else to say. We'll talk. For the past 7 years, my colleague Todd...
Love.
What? Cash.
My wallet is right upstairs.
$12 we found.
okay, but, there's another 200.
Aren't you hospitable? We required more than that. Thoughts?
We don't have anything.
Ron, you really expect me to believe you spent...
No, I'm not.
We're broke because you had to pretend you were rich.
In our industry, your purse had to Louis
Okay, look,
Vuitton.
large knife!
Sorry.
Large knife!
Take a stab at this.
Bored and annoyed, Allegra decides to play a sadistic game they used in prison to torture male inmates, forcing Dan into a circle under threat of sexual assault.
So sorry.
So boring. Everybody's asleep. There's no action. We got together and we got it in our...
We don't have any money. Please don't do this.
This is Todd now has a handicap playing this game.
We don't have to do this. Listen to me.
You ready?
Oh, fuck. Let's just
right.
stop doing this.
On your marks.
No, I said I'm...
I want to watch your eyes when it first goes in.
A terrified Dan cries and begs for mercy. Just as the situation reaches its peak tension, Pitt notices a movie poster on the cabin wall and realizes Dan is the director of his favorite film, one he used to watch during prison movie nights.
Honey, that's a good movie.
You love that.
Think at the end.
The conversation briefly lightens up as the fugitives praise Dan's work and discuss the movie's ending.
But seriously, you gotta realize...
However, the friendliness doesn't last, as Allegra insists on continuing her sadistic game and nearly shoots Dan in the head. To save Dan, Lisa finally yells out that she has a secret savings of $50,000 in a town bank that can be withdrawn the next morning when the bank opens. Pitt agrees to the deal and decides to postpone their execution until the next day.
Dan.
That night, in the dark cabin, Dan and Lisa, still tied up, talk heart to heart. Lisa tearfully regrets how their marriage fell apart and admits that her affair with Dario was actually a desperate cry for Dan to fight for their relationship.
To get caught.
They both now only accept their fate, realizing they'll probably be killed after the fugitives get the money in the morning.
Drive south.
The escapees' plan starts taking shape. Pitt decides that the next day they'll take Lisa to the bank to cash out, kill the couple, then head south to cross the border after ditching their stolen car.
It's a Volvo. What I'm saying...
However, Allegra gets suddenly emotional and refuses to ditch the Volvo because she feels it was instrumental in their escape. A ridiculous argument about respecting the car creates tension before Dan interrupts by shouting from the bathroom that he needs to take a dump.
Piss in your fucking pants. Hey, are they allowed to take dumps?
Pitt allows it, and Todd is assigned to guard Dan at the toilet.
I just have to take...
While waiting outside the bathroom, Todd annoyingly makes crude remarks to Lisa.
Touching you. I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you.
However, Dan uses this situation brilliantly. After coming out, Dan immediately knocks Todd out cold using a sock filled with billiard balls. Quickly, Dan runs outside, while Lisa manages to grab a knife Todd dropped to cut her ropes.
Todd?
Meanwhile, Pitt and Allegra, realizing something is wrong, check downstairs and find Todd down. Enraged that their hostages have escaped, Allegra and Pitt start hunting Dan and Lisa around the dark cabin and forest.
She can't be far. Todd, you take the road. Okay.
Lisa tries to escape in a car but can't find the keys, forcing her back inside. Unfortunately, Todd regains consciousness and tracks her down.
Just drop it.
Okay.
Cornered, Lisa tries a last-ditch tactic, lying that she's pregnant to gain Todd's sympathy.
You said something before.
I couldn't say anything before, husband.
Oh.
Please just let me go. Please.
Todd seems indifferent and is about to shoot her, but Dan arrives just in time to save her.
Fuck off!
Another brutal fight breaks out in the house. Dan and Lisa fight desperately against Todd until Lisa manages to blind Todd with a chemical liquid and stabs him repeatedly. However, Todd's incredible physical strength keeps him going until Dan stabs him in the back of the head with a table ornament. Soon after, Allegra and Pitt return to the house, find Todd's bloody body, and scream hysterically, vowing to kill them both.
Why would anybody, you motherfucker?
While hiding briefly in a closet, Dan uses this intimate moment to apologize to Lisa for all his failings as a husband, including never fighting for their marriage. Dan even admits he felt genuinely happy and excited when he heard about her pregnancy, even if the child wasn't his.
Lisa cuts him off and explains that the pregnancy story was just an instant lie to buy time with Todd. Instead of being mad, Dan is impressed and praises it as the best acting he's ever seen from her. Unfortunately, this touching moment is broken when Pitt finds them. A fierce fight breaks out again.
Lisa.
Dan tells Lisa to run while he tries to hold off Pitt. Outside, Allegra blocks Lisa's escape, but Dan manages to save Lisa just in time before Allegra can execute her. However, Pitt quickly follows them outside and takes Dan down.
Thank you.
Let's go.
Fucking nail it!
Lisa manages to stab Pitt with a leaf rake, but Todd, who turns out to be still alive, grabs her.
I'm sorry.
The sadistic Pitt decides to torture Dan in a truly horrifying way. He turns on a lawnmower and gets ready to push Dan's face towards the spinning blades.
Relationship. He mothered. Melted my old scoutmaster with that. Never done. Yes.
Honey.
Just as Dan is about to meet his end, a car blasting super loud electronic music suddenly crashes into the yard and hits Pitt. Turns out, Dan's dad arrived after getting a call from a neighbor suspicious about the cabin's condition.
Oh, what the fuck?
Mike, can you hear me? It's Carl Marsh.
Make good. I was driving past your...
The dad even knocked out his caregiver at the nursing home and stole her car to save his son.
Don't wait up. Fuck shit. What the fuck? Yeah, Turn!
The arrival of Dan's dad with loud disco music blaring instantly throws the situation into chaos. Todd, holding Lisa hostage, threatens to slit her throat. However, being a reckless ex-Marine, Dan's dad shoots Todd in the head, blowing it apart. Unfortunately, Allegra stabs Dan's dad through the stomach before getting shot in the leg herself. Pitt, still alive, attacks Dan's dad brutally. In the physical fight, Dan's dad even bites off a chunk of Pitt's nose before finally losing his strength. With his last breath, Dan's dad tells Dan to save himself.
Dan and Lisa immediately jump into the car Dan's dad stole. Under a hail of bullets from an enraged Pitt, Dan manages to start the car and floor it. However, a bullet grazes Lisa's head and ruins her hair, causing Dan to crash the car into a tree. Dan manages to wake up Lisa, who was briefly unconscious. He tells Lisa to run towards the dock.
Okay. Focus, hey. I don't want to repress things anymore. Fucking go.
Okay.
Meanwhile, the selfish Pitt abandons a wounded Allegra and chases them to the dock with his gun.
What are you talking about? Oh, you're a fucking coward!
Allegra limps back into the cabin to tend to her badly injured leg. Unexpectedly, Dan re-enters the cabin with a shotgun and finally finishes off Allegra.
Don't worry. I wasn't in my right mind. That's what I am. They'll all come.
Meanwhile, at the dock, Pitt finds Lisa, who has just managed to start the boat's engine. Pitt then forces Lisa to take him to get the promised money, unaware that Dan is holding onto the boat's rope, tagging along.
Aren't you gonna go back?
Dan climbs aboard and fights Pitt again.
There's a lot. You met her. And or
Pitt intends to kill Lisa in front of Dan. However, Dan summons all his courage, throwing up a few times first, and then charges at Pitt.
Come on!
With Lisa's help, who manages to tie the bag of rocks around Pitt's neck, They successfully throw him overboard and drown him in the lake.
Not gonna be a sequel.
Before the police arrive at the scene, Dan and Lisa sit exhausted on the dock, their bodies covered in wounds. Lisa even finds some of Dan's severed fingers from the fight and hands them back to him.
Hey.
Amidst the despair of having lost everything and facing a mountain of debt, Lisa smiles and whispers that she has a brilliant idea. The story jumps to the future, where Dan and Lisa become a national media sensation after twisting the facts of that horrifying night into a heroic story about the power of love surviving an attack by a gang of sadistic fugitives.
Story into a movie, is that right?
Yeah.
Dan's dad is hailed as a hero, and their dramatic survival story is eventually bought by a Hollywood studio. The movie ends with an action scene, showing Dan and Lisa now successfully working together on a film set as director and actor, making a movie adaptation of their own, heavily polished real-life story.
Rack 'em up. And cut!
You were great.
Well, that's the end of that incredibly tense life journey. What a relationship full of plot twists, right? What do you think? Leave your comments below, okay? Don't forget to hit the like button and share this with your friends, too. Thank you so much for watching until the end, and see you in the next exciting video.